Well, hello everyone. It is May 8th, 2016, and I am back to talk to you more about the house of Dior and the Dior fragrances that I own. So, I want to go quickly through everything else that I own. I've got Dior Homme Eau for Men. And I've got two fragrances from the Dior's private collection. And I'm going to spend some time on that. There's Granville and Patchouli Imperial. And look how much of that one I have. Okay, so we're going to come back to those. And then the new Sauvage. So we're going to spend some time on these. But it will probably be, it will be in the next video or so, because in this video, so let's talk about Dior Eau for Men. All right, we'll put it right there. It's a pretty nice bottle, I think. I like how there's a kind of a black plastic insert in there, and then the straw is encased in a larger black straw, and it just gives it a really nice and classy look, I think. So very typical bottle for the Dior Homme or Home, however you want to pronounce it, line. And so this came out as an Eau de Toilette EDT in 2014. I believe it was in the springtime of 2014 as an exclusive at Macy's. And that's where I picked this up about that time. And it is a fresh, interestingly, woody fragrance. With a sensual and sophisticated signature. Now, this information I'm getting is from the Dior website because I want it to be accurate to how they think. As you know, if you watch my videos, I refer also a lot to Fragrantica, which I also like. But until I looked up the notes in this, I didn't really think of it as a woody fragrance. However, that's what they say. So, all right. So the perfumer behind this fragrance is none other than Francois Demachy. And he says, Dior Homme eschews every masculine cliche. It explores a new virility, immediate yet complex. I think that pretty much describes it. Hey, those are the words from the perfumer, so makes sense. And so on the Dior website, this is described as bold and refined, magnetic and charismatic. Dior Homme Eau for Men is defined by its urban edge and immediate charm. The fragrance is a fresh and gripping composition with incisive, spicy top notes of Moroccan grapefruit, Calabrian bergamot, and Crimean coriander. So grapefruit, bergamot, and coriander. The heart unfolds with elegant, sexy Tuscan iris, while the invigorating base with an invigorating base of Virginia cedar. There's cedar in there. Now, the iris note is particularly strong, as it usually is with Dior Homme, with the whole line. And I've heard it said that iris or orris, those are both from the iris plant. Iris is usually from the petals. Orris is the root from a couple of different types of the orris plant. So the root tends to be have a little bit different character, maybe a little bit more woody, like earthy. But it's been said that orris is like butter is to culinary arts. So it's the butter of perfumery. And it's true, and you can really appreciate it in this fragrance because it just kind of ties everything all together. Some people refer to it as the lipstick note. That is a prominent note in a lot of those kinds of products. Not mentioned on the Dior website, but found elsewhere is the mention of amber in the base. Dior Homme Eau for Men, the distinguished mark of a man with uninhibited elegance, from the Dior website. Referring to Fragrantica, people on Fragrantica commenting on this fragrance. Most people on average are saying that it's long-lasting, sillage is moderate, and I would like to contend, and I'm pretty sure it's the orris or the iris in this, there's a library book note. Let's spray a spray. I really find nothing wrong with this fragrance at all. It's easy to overspray. If you overspray, it can really choke you out, maybe other people. But it's so beautiful, and it's floral and fruity, woody all at the same time, and so well blended, as Dior fragrances always are. If you've never smelled this, please do. It's different. It's more fresh than the previous versions of Dior Homme, and so it's been out since 2014. There is an aftershave version if you'd like to use this on your face. I'm not hesitant to put a little on my face, not too much though. If you go below your nose with this, it's a little cloying, but so the aftershave is formulated to be good for your skin, so you can check that out as well. But in my opinion, and I'd like to start rating fragrances. I know that's not something that I've done on this channel, and I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that. I could rate longevity and projection or sillage like a lot of reviewers do, but I'm not so sure I want to do that. I'm not sure yet. What would you like? How would you like me to rate fragrances on this channel? Maybe something different than what you've seen. See, for me, because longevity and projection, to me, are not necessarily the most important aspects of fragrance, because our nose can really trick us. I mean, I've had it happen actually fairly frequently recently where I couldn't smell anything that I had sprayed hours ago, and I have had people say, comment on what I'm wearing. So it just shows that just because you can't smell something you're wearing, it doesn't mean that other people can't. So to me, projection, longevity, yeah, it is important in creating a fragrance, and we want something that's you're going to be able to smell. But there's other factors involved, and so I'm convinced in making fragrances myself, and just buying fragrances and using fragrances, that less is more. I tend to spray a lot. I know I've mentioned that before. However, my recent experiences confirmed to me that less is more. And there's one of these sitting here, probably this one, that I had some of those experiences with. So this is gonna be an interesting review. I just can't help smell it. Sauvage. Anyway, back to Dior Homme Eau for Men. It's been a bit criticized for the name Eau for Men, but hey, I think it's okay. And a few other things I wanted to mention about this is that, to me, this is a very nice springtime fragrance. In fact, to me, there's kind of a window of opportunity to wear this, and that opportunity just seems to just pass. Spring, and then summer comes, and this is kind of, I don't know. I mean, to me, you can wear it in the summer probably lightly, but there's something, maybe it's because I bought it in spring and enjoyed it in spring. One of the first times I wore this, I went to an Easter church service with, was visiting my parents, and I wore it, and it was just springtime, and it was just nice. And in fact, someone I know at that time complimented on this fragrance, and she came up behind me and gave me a hug and said, "Wow, you smell really nice." So, I like it when I get compliments like that, and I'm sure you do too. And so I sat there for a while thinking, this is a pretty good fragrance. Anything the ladies like, right? So, and of course you have to like it yourself. And there's probably people that don't like this, of course. I would be interested in your thoughts, because Dior Homme in general is very different than a lot of fragrances. It's got that strong orris or iris vibe. And some people don't like that. Some people say it smells like carrots. Some people say it smells like a lipstick note. So, but I think it's classy and elegant. And let me know. I want to know your thoughts and your experience with this. And there were a couple of other things I wanted to say. Is that these are also not the only Dior fragrances I have. There's one more that I have, and that is J'adore, and that's a women's fragrance, as you know, I'm sure. And the reason I have that is because I'm starting to get to know women's fragrances. And what I'm going to start doing is something new on this channel coming up. I'm excited about it. I'm going to start a Fragrance Now Women's Edition. We're going to start reviewing women's fragrances. It's going to be exciting. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully, maybe we'll attract some new people to the channel. And one other thing. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming up fairly soon, along with, I've got a whole bunch of samples here and some new fragrances to review. And I'm all excited about that too. Another thing I wanted to talk about quickly is iris tends, especially in Dior Homme, has been prominent. And I kind of feel like iris is very important to Dior. As an analogy to Chanel, Chanel was pretty much the first to use chemicals called aldehydes in perfumery. They're kind of a very waxy top note that you smell in Chanel, and they were pretty much the first to use this successfully. And so you will find probably, yes, you will find more on my channel. Click on my other channel. It's coming up. There's not content on the channel yet. It's Signor Perfumes. Click in the top right hand corner up here. There I will be talking about my own fragrance creations, and I will also be talking about the art and technology and science of perfumery. So there I will be talking more about things like specific aroma chemicals and their role in perfumery and perfume making, and yeah, that will be exciting. So that's coming up. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel and Facebook page, which is linked there too, go ahead and do that, because and click the little bell symbol for to be notified when videos come up, because though I haven't gotten to it yet, I will be getting to it soon. So those are some things to look forward to. And that's pretty much what I have to say about this fragrance. And I just want to add again a little bit more that I really do feel that this is a springtime fragrance. I get excited to wear it when spring comes. And then when the weather starts to get warmer, I tend to set this aside and go for some greener fragrances. This is not an especially green fragrance. Looking at the notes again, yeah, grapefruit, bergamot, those are very summery, they're fruity, but then we've got coriander, cedarwood, the iris. I really think that's what, just the whole makeup of this is, yeah, you can wear it in summer, but for me anyway, and I've heard other people say it, it's a great springtime fragrance. See you in the next video.